Friends, today in this video I will discuss about synchronous motor. It's a type of three-phase motor, or it can be a single-phase motor as well. Friends, this is a motor which is running on a synchronous speed. Means the rotor speed and the magnetic field's rotation frequency is same. Both are working at the same speed. That's why this motor is called a synchronous speed. The rotor is completely locked with the magnetic field rotation. Friends, this is a very useful motor. It's used where we require a complete speed control if we would like to maintain a uniform speed, where we have to use synchronous motor, because this motor will work always at the same speed as the magnetic field, and there will be no slip in this motor. Induction motor, there is slip, and that rotor speed and rotating magnetic field speed is not same, but synchronous speed will work as the same as the magnetic field rotation speed. And friends, you can see the construction. This motor is not a self-started motor. In induction motor, friends, you will see only the stator required a power, but this motor, the rotor is also a wound rotor and required a separate excitation to make a magnetic field. So that can be AC or DC. The low speed motors or permanent magnet motors, you can see the small DC motors which contains a permanent magnet, and this is the big motors as well, is having wound rotor, and the rotor is connected with the separate DC or AC supply. So this stator will produce a magnetic field as well, and the rotor will also produce a magnetic field. And the rotor, one pole will be north and the other will be south pole. So when the stator pole is the opposite, will be opposite polarity. If the stator is south polarity and the rotor is north polarity, so this pole will pull the north pole. In this way, in the next cycle, this will get positive and the other will get negative, and the field is completely revolving like this. In this way, it's always changing. In AC supply, the stator poles always change. In one cycle is positive, and this will be a permanent polarity if we are using DC supply. So this will be always north pole. So when this is south pole, this will pull the north pole. In the next stage, this will become positive, then this will pull, this pole will pull this one, and so on. Like in this way, the rotor is completely revolving in the magnetic field, and it's running at a uniform speed. So friends, how you will find that the motor is synchronous motor? So if you found the motor required a separate power supply for the rotor, it will contain it will contain bushes or slip rings, so that will be a synchronous motor. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, friends.